The phone buzzed on the beach, cutting through the sound of waves. I was on my first vacation in years, sand stuck to my feet, when the voice on the other end hit me like a punch. "Mr. Carter, your house is burning. Looks like an accident." My heart raced. I'd spent 15 years in the justice system, and one thing I knew. There are no accidents when you've said no to a shady neighborhood protection fee of due law $500 a month, demanded by a so-called homeowners association with no legal standing. They had matches and nerve. I had a choice: let them destroy everything my family had, or use every trick I'd learned to make them regret ever crossing me. I'm Daniel Carter, though I told folks in Pine VYEW Estates I was just a remote IT consultant. It was easier that way. My real job as a federal judge came with baggage I didn't want. We moved to Pine VYEW last spring after my wife, Emily, got diagnosed with stage 3 lymphoma. Being 30 minutes from New England's top cancer hospital became our lifeline. At 48, I thought a quiet life was what we needed. The realtor, nervous as she handed me the keys, mumbled, "Read the neighborhood rules carefully, Mr. Carter." I was too busy worrying about Emily's strength to care. The MOVYing boxes weren't even unpacked when a sharp knock at our door. There stood Cynthia Hayes, blonde hair perfect, smile cold as ice. "President of the Pine VYEW HOA," she said, thrusting a folder at me. "Monthly fees due law $500, due tomorrow. We'll need your bank details." I frowned. My contract says this house is HOA exempt. Her smile tightened, eyes glinting. "Everyone pays, Mr. Carter. It's how we keep Pine VYEW perfect. Refuse and things get messy." I'd heard that tone before: bullies who thought they owned the world. I said I'd check my paperwork. She left me her card, voice dripping with warning: "Don't make this hard." The next day, I met our neighbor, Jack Thompson, a grizzled ex-Marine. Over coffee, he warned me, "Cynthia's not running and Ho's running a racket. Watch her back." Before he could say more, his phone rung. Gun, HOA emergency. He left, urging me to check my property records and get cameras. Then Leasing Nguyen, from down the street, whispered her story. After she refused the HOA, her trash stopped being picked up, her mail vanished, her car got keyed. "Cynthia's son, Ethan, works for Summit Realty," she said. "They're buying up half the neighborhood. It's all connected." Sure enough, a fake violation notice appeared on my door. "Lawn too tall, due law $100 fine." My grass was pristine-eyed, mowed it yesterday. Through the window, I saw Cynthia and Ethan snapping photos of my yard. A trip to the county office confirmed my house was HOA exempt. Cynthia was bluffing, extorting anyone who didn't know better. That night, I set up security cameras around our property. Emily watched, worried. "Dan, what's going on?" I forced a smile. "Just being cautious, sweetheart." Things got worse. An email from Cynthia warned of escalating consequences for refusing the HOA. Then, at 3 a.m., my daughter, Ollie VYA, screamed. Our car was spray-painted red. "Join HOA or burn." The cameras caught Ethan and a buddy, hoods up, defacing it. I sent the footage to my private email before showing Emily. "Just kids." I lied to calm her, but I was already calling an old friend from my judge days. The local cops were useless, turns out. The police chief was Cynthia's cousin. A real estate lawyer confirmed my exemption, but warned, these disputes can turn ugly. Emily came home from chemo one day, pale. "The moms at Ollie VYA's school are shunning me," she said. "They're saying we're trouble, tanking property values." I told her everything: Cynthia's threats, the footage, the scam. Emily squeezed my hand. "Then we build a case, Dan. Facts over fists, like you always taught Ollie VYA." But the harassment didn't stop. Fake city letters claimed our house VY OLAT codes that didn't exist. Our garbage wasn't collected. Emily's car window was smashed to the hospital. Then, worst of all, someone tried to access Emily's medical records, claiming to be our insurer. The cameras caught Ethan and two goons wrecking Emily's Gardner One Joy during treatment. Leah VYing and notes stabbed in the dirt. Accidents happen to rebels. I hired a private investigator who dug up dirt. Cynthia had a fraud rap in Vermont. Ethan had a sealed juvenile record, and Summit Realty was pushing to turn Pine VYEW into a strip mall. The HOA's fines were funneled straight to Cynthia's personal account. I met Doug Wilson, the HOA's nervous treasurer, at a coffee shop. After an hour of small talk, he admitted Cynthia keeps 2 sets of books. The real money goes to her and Ethan's shell companies. He slid me a flash drive with proof, but begged me to keep his name out of it. They threatened my kids' jobs, he whispered. Then came the breaking point. Ollie VY had collapsed at school, unresponsive. The doctor pulled me aside. We found a prescription stimulant in her system. Not recreational, someone dosed her. My blood froze. Ollie VY took no meds. School footage showed an HOA board member, Karen Tate, slipping something into Ollie VY's water bottle at lunch. I'd had enough. I called my old colleague, Tom Reynolds, at the DOJ. This is mail fraud, extortion, assault on a minor, he said, re-VYUing my EVY denke. But we need them caught red-handed, admitting intent. I played defeated, letting Cynthia think she'd won. I sent her a fake piece offering a potted plant with a hidden recorder and an apology note. That night, she met Ethan and her inner circle in her VYing room. The VYC picked up every word. We need Carter's house gone, Cynthia said. A fire's clean insurance pays, he leaves. My hands shook as I listened. They were planning arson. I moved Emily and Ollie VY to a hotel under a fake name, claiming it was a getaway. I rigged our house with extra cameras and a fire alarm linked to the fire department. I spread word through Jack that I'd be away for work. At 2:15 a.m., my phone pinged motion detected. The live feed showed Ethan and 2 men with gas cans splashing fuel in my garage. They lit a match, and flames roared. My sprinklers kicked in, and I called 911, watching from a motel nearby. By the time I got there, fire trucks had contained the blaze to the garage. Cynthia showed up, fake tears in her eyes. Such a shame, she cooed. If you joined the HOA, our inspections might have caught this electrical issue. I bit my tongue. Electrical? The fire chief hasn't ruled yet. She patted my arm. Old houses, you know. Ethan's firm can buy you out cheap, simplify things. The cops, predictably, called it an accident. I played along, shoulders slumped, while secretly meeting federal agents. I handed over everything. The arson VY Deo, Doug's financial records, testimonies from 5 other families Cynthia had terrorized. I revealed my judge background, and the FBI took over, tracing the scam to Summit Realty's parent company, a Delaware developer with schemes in 3 states. They needed time, so I kept up the Broken Man Act, dodging Cynthia's smug emails about community cleanup targeting my charred house. Cynthia called an HOA meeting, gloating that I was Leah VYing. I let her think she'd won until I called her, voice heavy. I'm done, Cynthia. Rebuilding's too much with Emily's health. Let's talk terms. She suggested Summit's lawyer's office Greenwood Legal in their pocket. I agreed, tipping off the feds. At the meeting, Cynthia and Ethan smirked as their attorney offered $60 fan tram on my home's value. Generous, given your troubles, Cynthia said. I leaned forward. So, this deal means I drop all claims about the harassment? The fire? Ollie VYA's poisoning. Cynthia waved a hand. Accidents happen. Ethan shifted, uneasy. I pressed a button on my phone. The door swung open, and 3 FBI agents stormed in, badges out. Cynthia and Ethan Hayes, you're under investigation for racketeering, fraud, and attempted arson. Cynthia's face went white. This is a private deal. The lead agent dropped the file. We have VY Deo of Ethan torching Judge Daniel Carter's house. Ethan bolted up. Mom, shut up to the lawyer. Cynthia spun on me. Whoever saw you saw. The agent answered. You tried to extort a federal judge, Mrs. Hayes. Bad move. They were cuffed on the spot, along with the police chief and 2 HOA cronies. I call a neighborhood meeting standing before a packed auditorium. I'm Daniel Carter, federal judge, not an IT guy. I kept it quiet to protect my family, but that led me to uncover a multi-million-dollar fraud. Gasps filled the room. The trial was a circus. National news swarmed as I testified about the harassment, the arson, Ollie VYA's poisoning. The prosecution's EVY denke was airtight, Dulaw $1.5 million in stolen HOA funds. The arson tape. Cynthia's recorded plot. Cynthia played VY Tim, blaming Ethan. He flipped, exposing her as the mastermind. Doug testified, trembling, about her threats against his grandkids. The jury took 4 hours. Cynthia got 23 years for racketeering, fraud, and conspiracy to murder. Ethan, with a plea, got 12. Their developer pals got 5 to 15. Seized assets paid damages to VY Tims. The case sparked a Senate push for HOA reform, and I helped draft the laws. Emily finished chemo, her prognosis hopeful. Ollie VY healed with therapy. Pine VY EU elected Jack to lead a new, honest HOA, /70 fan tram. A year later, our rebuilt house hosted a neighborhood barbecue. Kids played where threats once landed. A new couple asked, "Why is everyone so grateful?" I smiled. Let's just say Pine VYEW learned justice doesn't always need a courtroom. This fight wasn't just Minites, every family's against bullies hiding behind power. So what do you think? Are HOAs a community asset or a legalized scam? Have you faced a neighborhood tyrant like Cynthia? Drop your stories below. Hit like if this got your blood pumping, and subscribe for more real-life battles where justice hits hard. What's the shadiest thing an HOA's pulled on you? Let's get this comment section fired up.